So this week the students got to really be in a real life situation where we were recording for something that's going to be released, which was kind of incredible. We spent a couple of days where they were just recording their own solos, getting to know the studio, acting as assistant producers. We did a little mock recording, and then on the fourth day they were recording something that's going to be put to film for real composers that were here, which is really incredible. And a select few of the students were then, based on that performance, asked to record with the professional orchestra in the afternoon and evening, which is brilliant. They weren't just learning, but they were real contracted professional musicians for the week. This week we had the great privilege of recording 2 brand new scores for film with film composing students from the Netherlands, which was really amazing. Completely different. One was for animation, one was not animated. And it gave the students a whole other perspective on everything. They had to sight read it right from the beginning. I was sight reading. You know, none of us really knew what was ahead of us, which was brilliant. They got to work with click track. Often there were solos that they had to record on their own, or we had to overdub it and make sure that was ready for them. And we had, 3 hours to record that amount of music, which is exactly what will happen in the real life. So the pressure and the intensity were just brilliant. Everybody is heard, everybody is microphoned, and there's no room for a mistake. If there is a mistake, you have to record again, and again, and again. This were definitely being really concentrated for the full 3-hour session. Being able to sight read, keeping the stress levels low so that you can create the best music possible, and being a team. One of the musicians said, if one person in the team is low, everybody is low because we feel it. There was no time for anybody to be low. There was no time for anybody to be offended. My job on the podium was to say, you're too flat, we need to record that again. That was the wrong note in the second bar, we have to do it again. All while I'm listening to the sound engineers in the booth saying, come on Karen, move on, time is ticking. That might seem harsh, but that's the reality of a recording in a studio. And our students did that this week, and they really rose to the occasion. They were skills that they were not used to. This is not an orchestra that plays together. These are musicians from all across Europe that came together for 1 week. We had to make that an orchestra, and we then had to present that in the studio, and they did incredibly. If you don't know what the Famous Institute is, you should, and you should be applying. I wish I had have had this when I was, my late teens, early 20s. I think it's a route that I would have gone as a musician to perform in all different aspects of it. You might think, it's a studio, I'm not sure if I want to go that route. That's not the point. You learn so much from all aspects of the career with all genres of music, and you meet really cool people from all over the world. You could play in the orchestra and decide, actually I want to be a producer. You could play in the orchestra and decide, yeah, I really want to record this kind of music for the rest of my life. Either way, it's an experience that will change your life, quite literally, and we're all here to support you in the process. Que eu não volto a